just like that, we're back in Indiana. We stayed at the Amish Walmart last night, and it was a little full. It wasn't so bad when I got here, but I heard trucks pulling in all night. We got trucks. This is actually the lane to drive through. I'm parked on the yellow lines, but got a little bit of snow last night. It was like 38 degrees. I was loading up, and then it started to kind of a snow rain mix on me. So it wasn't bad loading up, but the feet definitely got wet. There's a lot of slush and water on the ground. All right, let's get in here a second. There, a little warmer in here. Probably a little quieter. So the load I talked about last time that we were waiting on Courtney for, Monday we were waiting on the call, which we didn't get the call on Monday. We ended up getting the call on Tuesday that hers was ready. So we headed out Wednesday morning, and so we loaded her truck up and I pulled her out here, and so she got loaded last night and headed back, and it's 6 in the morning right now on Thursday, and she texted me about a half hour, 45 minutes ago that she made it home. So she is home with her unit. She's gonna get some sleep, and then she's gonna go drop that one off, and then she's gonna go get some dental work done. Let's see, our way up here, camper rentals are going crazy. It's kind of weird. You won't hear from anybody, and then when you do hear from people, you'll get like 5-6 people that are all calling you at the same time, and it's not like it's over noon hour or anything like that. I think we had 3 or 4 people all trying to email us, call us, text us, all that, trying to get reservations made at like 10 in the morning. And then it kind of went quiet again after about an hour and a half of craziness there. And then all of a sudden at 2 o'clock we had people calling, and I was on the phone, Courtney was on her phone. Obviously I'm driving, so I can just kind of talk to people. She's got and she's using my tablet, and she's got all of our camper rental bookwork in here, and so she's trying to talk with her people and do like a 3-way conversation with me, so I can tell people what's available for dates. And then we literally get off the phone. Well, Courtney gets off the phone with this one guy, and the phone is instantly ringing, and as soon as she hangs up the phone, well, here it ended up being her or his sister. Well, anyway, she found us online, gave her brother our number because they're all looking for campers. He ended up calling us before she did, and then he ended up booking our last camper for the dates they're looking for. So she was a little upset with that, but not much we can do about that. But it was just crazy. Just when someone calls, it's a whole bunch of people getting a hold of us, either emails, through the website, text messaging, Facebook. Yeah, and then everything just goes dead quiet. So that was kind of a crazy time on the way up. Of course, you know, the second rush of people that were calling was while we were trying to drive through Chicago, and traffic was pretty crazy at that time. But we are getting the truck warmed up. Already did the pre-trip, and I got about 1 more minute, and I can get on the road and head for home. Should be home around 4 p.m. So let's hope the wind ain't bad like you're talking. And if you're wondering, the load I took is going to Lakewood, Colorado. I was going to take a Minnesota run, like I talked about earlier. I was going to try to do 3 of them, which they're talking snow and ice up in Minnesota, so I didn't feel like dealing with that. So I headed home instead. So let's see, yesterday morning, on our way out here, I called and was going to get one dispatched, and couldn't get a hold of the dispatchers. They're all busy at the time. So I checked the weather one more time, and I ended up deciding to switch to a Denver load. Friday, they're pretty much talking like 30-mile-an-hour winds all over in the Midwest, like Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, all that stuff. So Friday, I pretty much planning on getting shut down if I were to be on the road. But Minnesota, they're talking snow, ice, and the wind. So I ended up taking a Denver load. So my plan now is I'm going to head home with this tonight. It's Thursday night. So I'm going to head home with this tonight. And I'm pretty much planning on just staying home Friday. And then taking off on Sunday. It's like a, I don't know, 14-hour drive from my house, I suppose. So, 13-hour drive, somewhere in there. So I'm going to take off Sunday and then deliver Monday morning, and then I can be back home Tuesday, or see if there's any cars or any backhauls out that way I want to take. But we got wrestling on Saturday. No, we got archery. We got wrestling Friday, archery Saturday. So I kind of want to be home for that anyway. So being home Friday doesn't really hurt my feelings any. And then on Wednesday, I have another wrestling meet. I don't. The youngest does. I think there's another archery meet in there somewhere too. But yeah, with both kids in sports and trying to schedule around stuff, try not to miss any more than I have to. I try not to miss any of them, but got to make some money too, so it's kind of inevitable, but we try. So we are going to go on the road and see what today has in store for us. Holy smokes, did it get windy. As soon as I started coming across Iowa, the wind started picking up. It wasn't supposed to pick up until, I thought the last time I looked, I think it's like 3 in the morning is when it showed for the hourly when the wind was going to start picking up. Not long after I got into Iowa, it started picking up. It wasn't bad. And then about the last, about 10 miles from home, but about the last 50 miles, the winds got up over 20 mile an hour. It's gusting to, I think it's at 36 or something like that. Oh, this little screenshot here. This is on the Wind Compass app is what it's called, in case you're looking for an app. But I use WeatherBug and Wind Compass are the two I usually use. WeatherBug was showing us 2 mile an hour wind. That wasn't even right. I knew that wasn't right. So yeah, the Wind Compass, it was like, yeah, getting a little over 20 mile an hour, gusting a little over 35, I think. So I slowed it way down for the last, yeah, like I said, 40, 50 miles. Fuel mileage went to absolute crap. It was like a quartering headwind. So fuel mileage sucked. The back camper, that one's a lot heavier. So that one wasn't moving around much. Plus, it's right on top of the trailer axle. The front camper's the smaller one. That one wasn't too thrilled with the wind. That one on the front wants to rock pretty good. But so far, it's been a pretty uneventful trip, except for the wind. The last 40, 50 miles, getting pretty up there. Most companies, in case you're thinking about getting into this, most companies, once the wind hits 25 sustained, they have policies that you gotta park it. Basically, they don't want their campers shiny side down. I don't blame them. Plus, realistically, once you start getting up there anyway, the campers are all over the place. It's a handful. Fuel mileage goes to crap. So if I was any farther from home, I probably just would have parked it and maybe had the wife come get me for the weekend or something. We'll go get the truck and the trailer later or something. I don't know. But I was not too far from home, so I just slowed it down, took my time. And if it was going to get too far out of hand, I still would have parked it. We're doing all right. Roads suck. speaking of roads, I'm not sure what it's called, the bridge or the little canal underneath. So if you're going east and you're kind of coming into Chicago, there's like a little S curve, and you go over it's like a green steel bridge. Now there's like a little shipping channel or something underneath there, with barges or something. That bridge is rough. On our way out, I hit that bridge, and all of a sudden my ABS light came on, all my traction control warnings and this and that, and there's one other light that came on. All the lights showing, like usually it flashes if your tires are spinning. That light came on. My cruise control got deactivated. My trailer brake got deactivated. Not my aftermarket one, but my factory one, which didn't matter because I don't run that with this trailer anyway. Something else is still working too. Oh, my dome lights. Anyway, all kinds. Oh, and then it was saying reduce power, and the truck was not happy at all. So I did when we stopped to drop Courtney's truck off, I stopped and started the truck 3 times. Usually if you do that, if it's like a soft coat, they call it, the coat will clear itself. That didn't work, so I grabbed my scanner, tried clearing it with that, but it wasn't even showing anything. So, I mean, the truck was running all right. It wasn't reduced power, so I don't know why it was saying it was, because it wasn't, thank God. I got the campers loaded up, and then on my way jumping across the road over to Walmart, all of a sudden my dash dinged. It says traction control on, and all my lights went away. So I don't know, I'm assuming like a wheel bearing sensor, something to do with along the lines of that. I'm assuming, I don't know if it jolted hard enough and messed the readings up on the sensor or what, but so I'm gonna crawl underneath and check connections and stuff when I get home too. Just, I don't know, kind of weird, but that was kind of the only hiccup, which kind of turned into nothing, I think. So far I haven't had any more issues. And actually we're starting to run into rain. It's 50 degrees. The last few days here has been nuts. You never know it's February. But I'm not going to complain. February is usually our cold month. Which we've had, I think we had like a 2-week stretch where it got cold like in the negatives at night. And otherwise we haven't, and it was kind of in that same 2-week stretch, we'd have like 2 warm days like in the 30s, maybe even a little over freezing, and then at night it would get in the negatives, and then we had a couple days where it was just single digits, but it was only like a 2-day stretch of single digits and a 2-day stretch of warm. So really at night is the only time it really got cold, so I'm kind of hoping that was our cold stretch for this winter. And I always remember in February we always get about a 2-week stretch where it is bitterly cold. So if that's going to be our bitterly cold for this year, I will take it. Instead of sprinkling, I wish it would have actually rained to get the truck a good rinse. Chicago had all kinds of salt down. It kind of misted and snowed and a little bit of ice. Nothing major at all. The roads never got slick, but I saw a couple snow plows and they were dumping salt. So I'm guessing they were kind of just playing it safe, but definitely turned the truck white again. Well, that I think is all I got for you right now. We should be home shortly. Let's see what the wife has for supper.
We're in Denver. Well, actually, we're in Commerce City, but right outside of Denver. We're staying at the TA tonight. I wanted to get here early. I left the house, what was it? Probably 5 o'clock. I got here around 3:30, and Blue Beacon's right over there. So we're gonna go over there and watch the camper first thing in the morning. I was gonna do it tonight, but this place was getting full already, and there wasn't much spots. So I decided I'm just gonna get parked, so I got somewhere to park, you know, to try and worry about making up a parking spot. But there's only one right here, otherwise the rest of this is full, and usually the only two that I could find. And trucks are just pulling in left and right. So it's, my plans didn't go as planned. I was going to take off on Sunday and be here Sunday night so I could deliver Monday morning. And then the dealership decided that they were too full and they couldn't take any more campers in, so it told me I had to wait till Tuesday morning. So that means I loaded these on Wednesday and I've been stuck with them ever since. I was half tempted to drop them in the yard and then head out and grab something else, but there's too many wrestling meets and archery meets this week. Because that was my whole point of being here no later than Monday, just so I could be home Tuesday and go to my youngest wrestling meet, and then on Thursday, I think Thursday's another wrestling meet, and then Saturday is archery. One kid's got 2 and one's got 1. I can't remember which one as well. So that kind of sucks. I was not planning on delivering on Tuesday, but they refused to take them on Monday, which I wouldn't have made it there even if I could have made it on Friday. She said they wouldn't have taken them on Friday even if I could have made it there. I don't know. She just said they're too full, so I don't know if that means they have too many campers in the yard, they have nowhere to put them, or if that means they're full for their delivery slots. In the past, I've always called like 24, 48 hours in advance, and all they really asked is if I was going to be in the morning or afternoon. And that's as far as it ever went. And then as soon as I always leave the Blue Beacon, I always call them and tell them I'll be there in about 20 minutes, and they tell me to park on the street and I can start unloading, or to wait for the check-in guy if he wants me to move somewhere else. But so I don't know. Apparently they have a schedule now, so that kind of bites. The lady I talked to on the phone is not the lady I typically talk to, so I don't know if they have someone new that could be it too. I don't know if she kind of changed things or what, but that was not what I was anticipating or expecting. So we're gonna look on Central tonight and see if we can find something to take back. So I'm gonna miss Tuesday's wrestling meet regardless, so I can find some cars to take back or something like that. I'm going to grab a few of those to bring back toward home, and then being as I was at home for 3 days, I started doing some calling around to kind of some local businesses, and so far I think I've got one. There's a company that they're only like 40 miles from my house, and they build these specialty trailers for hunting, and they're meant to be pulled behind like a side-by-side. You can pull them down the interstate with your pickup too. They got an actual trailer axle, but it's just a skeleton frame for putting like tower blinds and stuff on. And they're at shows right now trying to get new dealers set up, and he said they got a couple dealers in Ohio set up, and they're doing shows this weekend and next weekend in Illinois and Indiana. And if they can get more dealers set up, then they want me to pull all their trailers out that direction. So that'll be nice if I can get something set up like that. We went over kind of prices and rates and whatever, and they seemed happy. I was happy. So as long as they can get some dealers out there, get signed up this week and next week, that'll be awesome. And they don't weigh anything, so as long as they don't have the towers on it, the actual blinds. I don't think they sell the blinds. I think they just make the trailer with the stand on it, and they collapse down to like 3 feet tall, if that, so you can actually stack stack them up quite a few. I bet I could probably get 9 of them on the trailer if we stack them up right. So that would be nice. If I can get a full load of those, that'll pay quite a bit more than this campers do, so that'll be a big bonus. Let's see, what else did I do the last 4 days? We didn't really do a whole lot outside. It was cold. It's been really nice, and then it got cold. Of course, when you're home and you want to get stuff done. We had a lot of camper rentals come in. We have a deer hanging in the shop. My oldest, his friend, hit one on the gravel road when he was going to go to do chores, hog chores, and he didn't hit it hard, but hit it in the neck or something, like in the head and the neck, and kind of paralyzed it. So they got a hold of the DNR and got a salvage tag, so we got a deer hanging in the shop. It's supposed to be nice and cold this week, so that'll be good to let that hang for a few days before we process that. So we got some free meat. We'll see how much got damaged when it got hit, but it didn't look bad. He thought he just kind of hit it in the head and the neck. It was still alive, laying in the ditch, so they had to shoot it. But yeah, free meat. I didn't go hunting this year, so we didn't get any deer. So it'd be nice to have a deer. Let's see. I think that's about it. It was a crazy 3-4 days, but nothing exciting to talk about. Just camper rentals, the deer. I made a bunch of cold calling and tried to get some more direct customers. So that's kind of working out. But other than that, it was just wind. It was windy this morning when I left. Let's see, it was calm to Omaha. Omaha to Grand Island, it was really windy. It was a nice headwind out of the northwest. So I was rocking and rolling, and fuel mileage was crap. After I got fuel at Grand Island, got to the 80 and 76 interchange, and the wind completely died. Sorry, I'm confusing myself. Grand Island to the 80-76 interchange was dead calm. And then as soon as I went south on 76, the wind picked up probably 20 mile an hour out of the south. So I dropped down to about 55, 60 mile an hour trying to save some fuel, and it was like that all the way to here and this TA. And as soon as I got here, it is dead calm and beautiful out. But if I would have waited any longer, if I would have pulled over and waited out a little bit, because I thought about it, at 5 o'clock the weather app I got showed that the wind was supposed to calm down, so I was contemplating on whether to park it for a couple hours and wait for the wind to die down. But I knew this place is always packed, so I was kind of sketchy about that, not getting spots parked for the night, and I'm kind of glad I did, because yeah, it's full, and it looks like I haven't seen a whole lot of trucks going up and down the aisles. There was a bunch of them earlier, but the guys in the golf cart were starting to turn people out. So I don't know. That means they're full or what? But there's still that one spot there yet. So yeah, I think we're gonna end this video here. Man, all the garbage. We're gonna end this video here, and then the next video we'll get unloaded and see what we got for a backhaul. Found a couple vehicles. We're gonna try and get those, and still make it home by Thursday morning, and go to more of the sporting stuff for the kids. So that's about it for this one, and we will see you in the next one.